Hello and welcome to the video. Today I'm not going to be doing what everyone else has done and talked about the Aston Martin deal with Racing Point. Instead, I'm going to look at the history of the team going back to its origins with Jordan Grand Prix. It's a really great story, so I hope that you enjoy, grab some popcorn and let's get stuck into it. Let's start at the beginning. Eddie Jordan started the team in 1991 after having considerable success in the lower categories. The team is known for having quite a few successful drivers, notably Rubens Barrichello, Eddie Irvine, Damon Hill, Martin Brundle, Nick Heidfeld, Jean Alesi, and of course the legendary Narain Karthikeyan. Of course Michael Schumacher as well, forgot about him. Of course it was Michael Schumacher that got his start in F1 thanks to Eddie Jordan in 1991, driving the car at Belgium. However, he wasn't retained and instead went to Benetton, where he later won 2 world championships. Anyway, that is a story for another time. Between 1991 and 2005, Jordan F1 competed in 250 races, winning 4 of them and finishing on the podium in 15 others. Their first victory came in the chaotic Belgium Grand Prix in 1998, when Damon Hill navigated carnage and multiple red flags. The final victory came in Brazil 03, when Fisichella stole the victory at the last few laps, but the race was red flagged after more chaos involving Alonso and Mark Webber. The race was actually awarded to McLaren's Kimi Räikkönen, however was given back to Jordan at the following race, following a steward's inquiry. Ultimately, however, the team wasn't destined to continue past the 2005 season. It scored its last podium in the bizarre 2005 US Grand Prix, in which only 6 cars competed. After Jordan pulled out of Formula 1 in 2005, it was bought by Midland F1, which is where our story continues. Sadly, the deal with Midland F1 lasted around 1 season. The drivers for the season were Thiago Monteiro and Christian Albert. However, the team found little success. They scored over the season 0 points, with 13 retirements and a best overall finish of 9th in Hungary. The team were disqualified in Germany after running a flexible wing, which was against the regulations. The team found themselves on average between 4 to 2 seconds off the pace, and the season was ultimately pretty dire. In September 2006, the team was sold for a whopping $106 million. Spiker were the team that took over in 2006, and from then they only had 1 season themselves. Their record wasn't much to talk about either, and for that period of time, the future of the former Jordan team looked incredibly uncertain. The team's best result was 8th in Japan, scoring a single point, better than their 2006 attempt, but they still finished 10th in the championship. Their drivers included Adrian Sutil, who raced all 17 races that season, Christian Albert, who raced the first half, the single race from Markus Winkelhock in the infamous 2007 European Grand Prix, in which he led for a short period of time, and Sakon Yamamoto, who took over in round 11 and finished off the season. Ultimately, Spiker had an incredibly bad season altogether, retiring another 13 times. At the end of the 2007 season, the team was sold and was renamed to Force India. The Force India period was a return to greatness for the team. In their 2009 season, Giancarlo Fisichella brought home a podium, a 2nd place in, of course, Belgium. The team was severely underfunded during its 10-year period in Formula 1. However, it claimed some miraculous results, namely a podium in 2018's Azerbaijan Grand Prix. In both the 2016 and 2017 campaigns, the team finished in 4th position. Famous drivers for the team include Paul di Resta, Nico Hülkenberg, Adrian Sutil, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, and of course Giancarlo Fisichella, who got the team's first podium. However, financial difficulties finally caught up with the owner Vijay Mallya, who, as of the current time, is seeking refuge in London for financial crimes in India. As a result of this financial misfortune, the Sahara Force India team was bought out by a consortium led by Lawrence Stroll in the mid-season of 2018. By the time the team returned to its happy hunting ground of Belgium, it was now Racing Point Force India. Ironically, and somewhat poetically, the team scored its best qualifying position of the season there, finishing off the qualifying in 3rd and 4th. It was truly incredible. Due to the rules in the FIA regulations, the team was not allowed to keep its previous points from the 2018 campaign, and so started from 0 in Belgium. After the incredible qualifying in Belgium and remarkable result on debut, scoring 18 points for the team, the rest of the season was mediocre, with the low point being in Singapore, when both drivers retired from the race. The first was Esteban Ocon, after being taken out on the first lap by his teammate Sergio Perez, and the second was when Perez collided with Sergei Sorokin during the race, after failed attempts to get past the Russian. Ultimately, Racing Point Force India finished 7th in 2018 on 52 points, finishing ahead of Sauber, Toro Rosso and Williams, all of whom had competed in all 21 races. It was still a very good achievement. Going into 2019 then, and Racing Point became the full name of the team. The Force India aspect was entirely dropped. The 2019 campaign was mediocre at best, scoring no podiums and not really lapping up as many points as they would hope. The high point would be in the chaotic race in Germany, where Stroll had led the race for a while before being overtaken by Verstappen, Vettel and Kvyat, and ultimately finishing the race in 4th. 2019 was more of a building year for Racing Point, and they looked towards 2020 quite early on in the season. And this brings us up to current point, the off-season before the 2020 season. As of the 31st of the 1st 2020, Racing Point has said that it will join up with Aston Martin from 2021 onwards, forming a 10-year partnership that will carry itself all the way through until the 2030s. Effectively, this means the team has already signed up to the Concord Agreement that will be laid out for the 2021 regs. This is fantastic news because we actually have Aston Martin becoming a full team on the grid, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the team will return to victories as it did back in the Jordan era. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this history lesson. I've tried to keep it relatively interesting and straight to the point. If you want to see any more history/informative videos, I will definitely be doing that. And for all the news during the season, make sure to subscribe to Rundy F1. Thank you guys for watching.